Hi, everybody. Welcome. Uh, Wanda and I would like to welcome you all to springtime. She's really feeling it. Increased daylight hours. They've got her quite hormonal.
She's worked up.
Yes. She's emotional. And I just haven't got the heart to kick her off and throw her back in the cage. And welcome to Jonathan Dailey. Thank you for being here, Jonathan. I love reading. This is going to be so much fun. Let's see. I want to say hi. I want to say hi, especially to Liz in Awe, who was the first one in here. So she gets the #1 gold star. Madam Maru. And CJ and Leah, Diane G, of course, my top mod. Viviani's here. Hi, Viviani.
Hi, Viviani.
Emily and Imelda. Hi, Imelda. Wow, it's great to see all of you people here. You people.
All the best chatters.
All the best chatters, all the funnest, the best community, the funnest people. They're all here. Wanda. Nathan's here too. Awesome. I may have to just get up and,
put her away.
Put her away. She's very distracting to me. What cards have you got for us today?
Well, of course, I always pull a tarot. Today I have the Unicorn Journal Tarot. Well, of course, I always pull. That's what I sound like, huh?
Sorry about that. I forgot to turn my phone off.
That's okay. I have us streaming on my phone too. So. And the Oracle of Unicorn. I don't know why I was feeling unicorns today. I asked Linda and she's like, sure, but I don't have any unicorn decks.
Yeah, I don't have any Fae decks. I don't have any unicorn decks. And so, yeah, I think that's going to be fun. I wish I could, Fae and unicorn. I'm going to have to look at getting some Fae and those kinds of decks pretty soon. I'm going with my old trustees. I've got Guides of the Hidden Realms, which today I picked it over Wisdom of the Oracle. I don't know why, but I did. What We've Forgotten, and of course, Mystical Moments.
Of course.
So, I wanted to share something with you guys. I had a really interesting experience yesterday. I came across this organization called, here's their website. I'm going to put it in the chat. mysticme.org. And what they are is they're psychics. It's a bunch of psychics and mediums who work together, and if you and they have practice sessions, different days of the week. I guess I don't know how big of a group they are, but if you want a reading from them, they'll get like 4 or 5 of them together, like a practice group. They'll get them together and read for you for like a donation of $20. So yeah, so I did that yesterday, and these ladies are really good. If any of you are interested, I've put the website in the chat. You know what? I should just show it, shouldn't I? This is their website, mysticme.org, and very competent readers. They're not like, at least I don't think most of them, I don't think, are like professional readers. They're people, they're light workers who are doing this in their spare time, who are trying to develop their own skills and their own strengths, and who offer these and who offer these to people. So yeah, it is very cool, and it's a really good service for the rest of us. So anyone who's interested, go and take a look. I was very impressed with the readings that I got. It's about 45 minutes, about an hour or so. Each of them reads, depending on how many there are in the group, each of them reads in turn for like, 5 minutes or whatever, and you have the opportunity to ask questions. Very much a conversation. I nice people and competent readers, really competent readers. So
It feels like a fun experience.
yeah, it was a very cool experience. Because we do practice groups too, right? Only we just don't offer them to the public, and we do it for each other. So that's it's a very cool way of doing it. So there you are, mysticme.org. No, I don't get to offer you a 10% discount if you tell them Linda sent you, okay? I just wanted to share with you, I had an interesting and really positive experience with this group of people. So, oh yeah, I forgot to open the queue. So,
I may need to.
Wow, well, that's interesting.
Nightbot.
I just found something that I didn't know existed. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think I need to let my dogs in. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Go ahead.
Hi, Booyah.
Okay, wait until the queue says it's open. Okay, the queue's open. Okay, Emily, go ahead. And you guys know the rules by now. Type join followed by your questions. And okay, and Rossi's here. Hi, Rossi. And Bora Bora and Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
I saw Leah came in earlier and Miss Sherlock.
Ooh, Diana Cooper's Magic of Unicorns. Let me write that down, okay, Maru?
Yeah, it's this one.
Oh, that one. Okay, all right. Yeah, but I still have to write it down if I want to.
Yeah, you still got to write it down, but I'm holding up for you, so you don't need to.
Yeah, no, I know, but I can't. Like in an hour, I won't remember it. So.
Hi, Peter.
Where's my notebook? I have a notebook that's always like right here. I tidied up. I hate it when I tidy up. Oh, well.
You tidy up and you never know where anything is, right?
Yeah. What was it called again? Magic of Unicorns. Okay.
And it's Diana Cooper.
Why is that name familiar?
Diana Cooper's done a ton of oracle decks.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Maybe that's why then. All right. Now just watch. Look. I looked at the floor. This has been the kind of week that I've had, Jonathan.
It's been that kind of week. It's because, we got that eclipse coming up in a few hours.
Maybe that's why you wanted to do unicorns, is because of the eclipse, because wow, that just sort of seems to me to go together, unicorns and eclipses, and I don't even know why.
Well, explain why I felt called to pull these decks, right?
Yeah. Hi, Pierrette and
Okay.
T-Lynn.
Diane G says Diane Boyle has talked about Diana Cooper before. All these Dianas.
What?
Class on Merlin. Wow. Cool.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why, Diane. A class on Merlin, wouldn't that be fun? Okay, yeah. And she has a telepathy course. Okay, so that's why she sounded familiar. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. Madam Maru, you're absolutely right. Ms. Sherlock, if you could follow the instructions on the screen, which is you have to type exclamation mark join, like no space, exclamation mark join, and then type your question right after. And
It's a short question, though.
yeah, it's got to be less than 100 characters. You can add more information in a subsequent comment if you want to, and but yeah. Oh, Rox is here too. Hi, Rox. I hadn't even noticed. Thanks, Madame Maru. That was, yeah, you're right. That's exactly the connection. They're rare and magical.
I mean, you can think about, like, look at the backs of these decks. They kind of bring in mind eclipse these in some ways, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent point.
Now Mimi will come in now that I've been sitting for 5 minutes. Oh my God.
Welcome to the world of animals, where
yeah, this dog thinks she's a cat, so she doesn't come when she's called. She'll demand to be let in when she's ready.
Okay. I love that. Okay, so Miss Sherlock, if you could like lower or reduce the amount of characters to below 100, and then type exclamation mark join, and then put your question down, you'll be added to the and Nathan, same for you. You'll be added to the queue. And we now have 7 people in the queue. And now we have 8. I'm going to allow one more because I know Nathan had a question. So Nathan, and then I'm going to close the queue.
And why you can't, Nathan? I'm running around like a chicken without a head today myself because, you know,
I can't get enough sleep. Can't fall asleep. Can't sleep long enough. Oh, thank you, Leah. That's so kind. Okay, Ms. Sherlock, Nathan Sipley. There you go. I'm closing the queue. Questions are now closed. Can I spell? Maybe not.
Snuck in there. We got 10.
Rossi, you slid right in there, didn't you? Ooh, Rossi. Good for you. Okay, so let me just change the banners. Questions are now closed. And we'll start. I hope you guys are all well. I know the energies are really crazy. If you're following Stefan, huh? Sorry?
My door just closed on its own right when he said that.
I have a mouse living in my little apartment. I've been hearing scrabbling in the walls, and then the other night I saw him run across the hall. And now I have to get him. Now I have to go to the building manager and get a mouse trap. I mean, all my food is in jars and cans and like up high on shelves, you know, like because I've lived in the country before. That's just how you keep food. So if you chew this shirt, I'm going to be so angry with you. So I know how to keep food, and I don't think the mouse can get at the food, but I know it's not healthy to have mice, but I feel so sorry for it. And, you know, I don't know. I've got feelings about this, about this potential execution of this little mouse that just wants to scrabble in the walls. And
a humane trap?
I don't know what they've got. I mean, I suppose I could go and buy one, but really,
you have to like take the mouse in the humane trap far, far away to let it go.
Yeah, for a road trip and let it go. Yeah. And maybe it's got family like in the building, and like, I don't know. Yeah. I got feelings. I don't know what to do with. Okay, never mind. Let's start with our questions.
Just remember, love grows here.
Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Okay, I'm taking that banner down because it's just a big, oh, wait, you know what I should do? I should turn it into a ticker. There we go. And okay, so the first, come on, no. First question we have is from Emily, who wants to know, she wants guidance on whether she should go back to Hawaii for school.
The answer is always yes to that, but let's get into what the cards say.
Yeah. Just, Emily, are you sure you want an answer to this? Because, like,
I think that you already know the answer.
yeah, it just seems, well, but you're right, Jonathan. Let's check the cards and see what the cards have to say. Okay. You go when you're ready.
So the first card I pulled for you is the Tower, right? But in this tower, if you see, there's a barn burning in the background, and this white horse who is meant to be a unicorn is finally running free. Okay. So it may feel like your whole world's crashing down to actually go back to school, especially if you're having to go back to Hawaii. But I feel like it's obviously a calling for you. The next one I pull out here, this is big lion, right? Spiritual warrior number 37. Show you're a wise leader, command the universe, right? But sometimes we feel like everything's falling apart in order for it to be taken down to the foundations, and you can build fresh, build anew, build the way it's meant to be, right? And I love this little squirrel sitting on the unicorn here. This is friendship, right? Seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing. But I know that if you come to Hawaii, that's just a given because everyone here is very social. I mean, you can't even check out at the grocery store without talking story to the person at the checkout stand, right? So I'm feeling a very positive yes, even though we started with the tower. I feel like the tower is necessary in order for you to get that next step, right? So
Thanks, Jonathan. Emily says she's really lonely on the mainland. Yeah, I appreciate that. The card that I have for you, Emily. Okay, this is going to just take a deep breath and calm down before you see the card. Okay, it's called Death Reclaims a Life. Okay, and if you read the fine print, which this means natural endings, grief, letting go, the sacred quality of death. So you'll have to decide what that applies to, whether it's letting go of going back to Hawaii, or I think it means going back is what I think it means. I just feel like it's time to let go of the mainland and go back home. Because of the sacred quality of death, the sacred quality of home, because death is returning home, isn't it? Isn't that what really what we do when we die is we return home? So that's what
the tower moment, right?
Yeah. That's what that means to me. And the other card I got for you is medicine, a healing potion, a precious healing potion. Look at that. So, yeah, healing is on its way. It's there. It's available for you, and it involves letting go and going home. So, yeah, I hope that helps, Emily. I know, and energy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is.
I hope, Emily, regardless of what you choose.
Yeah. Good luck, regardless of what you choose, Emily.
There's no wrong answer, is what it boils down to.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you're absolutely right. There is no wrong answer to that. Let's see now.
You have to follow the inputs, really what it is.
Like how much does your loneliness get in the way of your being able to do what you went to the mainland to do? You know, does the loneliness you feel get in the way of your purpose? And if that's the case, well, then you have to deal with that. But I wouldn't. I mean, if it's kids coming down for school from the Arctic, they encounter the same problems, and they have for many years. That if they go, oh, honey, but if because the Arctic communities are really tiny, you know, like 400 people, 200 people, and when they come down to go to post-secondary education in like Ottawa and mostly it's Ottawa, but Ottawa and Toronto and Montreal, they don't do well at all. They usually don't come back after Christmas because they're just so lonely. They're used to being in small, intimate communities, and some of them have panic attack. Well, it's a long story, but you know, yeah, it sucks to be lonely, and it really affects you, and it affects your ability to function.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Don't be sad, Em. Yeah. Sorry. Next.
Sounds like you just need to do school where you feel supported instead of just by yourself.
Yeah. You might be able to do some of your courses online. Okay, Imelda would like a message from her guides. Hi, Imelda. And Kendra Lesher, I didn't say hi to you. I just realized. Hi, welcome. Glad you're here.
Aloha to anyone we missed.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi to anybody we missed. You go if you're ready.
So Imelda, first card I pull for you is the Star. And I don't know if you can see this here, but it just looks like a regular white horse until you look at the reflection.
Ooh, it's a unicorn.
So your guides are there. They are your guiding star. And, you know, just like sometimes at night you can't see the stars for all the light pollution, sometimes you might not be able to hear your guides from all the pollution put in your head by other people. Okay? So they're there. They're willing to talk to you, right? They're saying that maybe it's time for you to look at creative solutions, think outside the box, view things from a higher perspective. So I'm hearing here that your guides want you to take a step back, see the bigger picture, and try to see life from the point of view of your higher self. That's where you're going to really start hearing your guides the strongest, I have a feeling. And when you start hearing those prompts, like see here in the star, that star is just kind of like that faint light off in the distance. But here in the action card, look at that. It's kind of exploding outwards now with all that light. So when you feel the prompts of your guides, listen, take action, because that will help you start hearing them better. Now is the perfect time to act, take inspired action toward your dreams, move forward with confidence. As soon as you take action, because you're hearing your guides, you're going to start hearing them more, right? Once that channel kind of gets opened, it's hard not to hear them.
Yeah.
But yeah, until you have that moment of just like pure faith, just know that they're there talking to you without having to have any, you don't need validation from anyone, is what I'm trying to say here. Because when you hear those prompts and you take that action, like I said, look at the difference here. There's that star you're kind of looking at, you're not sure, you're not even sure if you're a horse or a unicorn, but you're a unicorn. It's just time to take action when you feel those prompts. even if it feels like it's something completely outside the box. Right. So
I love that. Hi, Chanley. Welcome. And I just want to let you know, I don't do donate for a reading. We've got 10 questions in the lineup, and we're supposed to, like, we started out with 8. So I really, I don't like, yeah, I don't do that. Sorry. I know a lot of readers do, and good for them, but there's only so many questions that we can handle responsibly, realistically, responsibly in the time that we have. So so that's that. Hi, Donna Marie. I'm glad you're here though, Chanley. Stick around because something might resonate for you in the readings that other people get. And oh yeah, Nancy, Crohn's Intuition. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. Imelda, you have a lovely card. It's Miss Sunshine, and this is a Mystic Moments oracle. So look at this woman. She is being raised up. Okay, she's just floating up from the night, from the dark, into the bright sunshine. She's carrying everything she needs with her. And if you flip it upside down, look at that. This is the realm of night. It's beautiful. And there's a moon, and that looks like the Taj Mahal. I mean, to my uneducated eye, that looks like the Taj Mahal, and it's just gorgeous and surrounded by beautiful stars. She's carrying that with her. She's carrying her universe with her as she rises into the light. Honestly, there you are. There's your message from your guides. You're rising into the light. All of you is rising into the light. You're carrying all of your life's experiences, and all the things that you hold dear are still with you. You're carrying them with you. So, yeah. I don't know, Imelda. I have a very, let me just check with my guides here. It's clear that they want you to keep doing what you're doing, that you're rising, you're on the path, you're rising, you're growing and developing, and they're very happy. They're very happy and proud. Yeah. Yeah. You've got nothing to worry about. Yeah. Yeah, Chanley. Oh, hi, Mousy. Chanley and Mousy. Yeah, questions usually fill up by like 4 minutes after.
all right, as soon as we open the queue.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as we open the queue, people are furiously typing, and so yeah.
Sometimes people's message or questions are so long they don't actually get in. I think they're
in. And then they have to retype and edit and do all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, good, Imelda. Imelda says her goal is to continue to grow. Well, as indeed it is for all of us, and clearly you're on that path. So,
definitely.
Oh, my child, you're doing it right. Okay. Let's see. Who's next? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for Nightbot managing chat, because it's difficult to manage the chat and follow what's going on in chat and read too. I'm not good at doing that. Okay, Kendra Lesher is next. And she wants to know, may I have insight on what's to come the next couple of months? Well, huge upheavals. I mean, you already know that. So they're going to have an effect. This is true for everybody. I mean, you don't need a psychic to tell you this. It's going to affect every single person, because that's how government is. What government does affects everybody. And so that will have an effect in your life, and you'll have to figure out what your response is, depending on what chaos comes down your particular driveway,
I feel like starting on the other side, talking about the Oracle of Echoes,
Chaos.
Oracle of Unicorns, and moving my way back to the Tarot, because the first one is adventure, right?
Well, that's one way to look at it.
Adventure. Dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams. Move to a new location. I don't know if you've been thinking about moving, but you're definitely getting a big hell yes to going out there and exploring and doing new things and going on adventures, because through that, then you get access to your gifts, right? You access your gifts. See the little treasure chest that the unicorn is opening? Explore your treasure chest. Accept who you truly are, right? The only way to do that is go on adventures. I swear. It's the best way to get to know yourself. It's the best way to find out the thing you thought you couldn't do, you can do, right?
Yeah.
And by doing that, going out there, really exploring the world, and by exploring the world, exploring yourself, the final card here is the Sun, right? I feel like it is time for you to embrace your happiness, follow your bliss. It's time to go on those adventures you've always wanted to do, because really, what time do we have in this world? We're lucky if we get 80 years, right? So it's time to embrace adventure in the next couple months. Don't take things so seriously that you're like stuck. It's time to find out who you are on the inside. I'm hearing a lot of, it's an inner work. It's an inner job, right? And in order to find that happiness, you need to be able to fling off those ropes that would bind you, right? And run free. So that's the message I have with my cards, Kendra. Oh, and Kendra says adventure makes sense. Planning on a trip across country to visit a sibling.
Well, there you
trouble on the way, girl.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. Okay, so what the guides are telling me, because I'm not reading the records right now, okay? I didn't open the records. I didn't do any of that. And so I'm just going in with the guides. You will need to get to a place within yourself where you can be centered and strong and like really in yourself, and also accept that nothing around you is controllable, that there is nothing around you that you can rely on. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't know what I mean, because this is like unprecedented. Here are the cards that I got. The first one is Power Place. So the center of your power, your own genuine, authentic self, your soul, your where you are immovable and eternal. Okay? And the second card I got from the guides. Oh, where's my glasses? Jeez. It's letting go of stories, which I thought was really interesting. But look what a pretty card that is. That's very springtime, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Surrendering attachments, releasing unconscious patterns.
Very similar to the green.
Yeah. Surrendering attachments, letting go of stories. And look at the little mousey on her shoulder. Oh my God, that's so cute. Mm-hmm. That is so cute. Okay, so unconscious patterns and stories and attachments. You're going to have to really stand in your power over the next few months, that you're going to have to be able to rely on yourself utterly and absolutely, and have the confidence and have the certitude, the certainty, yeah, exactly, to know that you'll be able to that you'll be able to withstand it and navigate it successfully. But that sounds like fun, is visiting somebody across country. Road trip. I love road trips. I hope you have a lot of fun, and I hope that reading helps. So we have next we have
Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. That's going to be fun. Okay, next is Cheryl, who would like reading for April. Yes. Okay. Get down. Get down. Don't stop. Get down. Okay, don't. Hi, Crystal. I'm sorry, but questions are closed. They close very quickly on this show, like within 5 minutes of the show opening. And so, yeah, questions are closed. I'm sorry. We'll be doing readings on Friday night with full moon readings with Ramon and Gerald, and Tuesday on Akashic Adventures again. If you want to come for that. But yeah, questions are closed for now. I'm sorry.
Cheryl, one thing I got that was kind of a shocker because it jumped in reverse was the 5 of Cups reversed. Right.
Well, that's interesting.
So normally 5 of Cups is being like caught up in grief, right? Even here you have a Mer unicorn comforting the land unicorn, right? But was it being reversed? I feel like you've had your time of grief, and now you're finally able to put it behind you. And grief was one of those things that never really goes away. We just get better at carrying it, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is saying that you finally learned how to carry this grief that's been hanging on you for so long. Now that you're able to move on, look at this image here, all right? Building a ladder into the stars, or into the sky. Create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing. You're being nudged forward, okay? So again, it's because you finally moved past that place of grief. Now that you're able to see clearly again, create your vision, right? What is it that you see being necessary for you to move forward? And the final card that came out was partnership, right? Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team, right? So, in order to make that vision a reality, you need the right people around you. Now that you're moving out of grief and you're able to really focus on creating this vision for yourself, find those people that will help support you, or even have the skills you're lacking in order to create the vision that you have, the one that's in your heart is really the right one, right? So Cheryl says, that sounds right, Jonathan. I feel some healing too. Thank you, Ms. Sherlock.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Ms. Sherlock, for joining Jonathan's channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels.
Do all the YouTube-y things.
Yeah, all the YouTube-y things.
Right.
Yeah, do them for Wanda. Okay, Cheryl, I have a really interesting pair of cards that just fits right in with what Jonathan was telling you. The first one is change of seasons. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Or, this, okay, non-gender determinate person. Isn't that beautiful? What a gorgeous image. It looks like it's changing from fall into winter, but I don't care. It's a change of seasons. It's true for now because we're just moving into spring, but I think it's true for you on a spiritual level. I think that's what this is about, is that you're moving from one season of your life to another. And 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 there's hope, there's change, there's growth, there's all of that stuff that comes with change. Well, fear as well, of course, but all of that bubbly stuff, all that stuff that bubbles up when things are changing, the excitement, the anticipation. And the other card I got is cycles. Everything moves in cycles, from dark to light, back to dark again, through the cycles of the year, the cycles of the season, through the cycles of our minds, the cycles of our souls, from growth to a period of settlement, and maybe it looks like stagnation, to more growth. And like we go through cycles of growth throughout our whole lives, and it looks a lot, it kind of echoes what happens with the seasons, our own personal winters, our own personal autumns or springs or summers. We have them, and we can have them all at the same time in one day. Anyway, cycles and change of seasons. So yeah, this is all about change. This is all about change and about life moving on and taking you with it, whether you want it to or not. That's the, yeah. Our cycles are getting shorter. I don't know about that. I mean, sure. Yeah. For some people, I'm sure that's true. For other people, I don't know. I can only speak for myself. So yeah, maybe. Who knows? Hey, Rox, how are you? I'm glad you made it home safely. Okay, so next we have let's just see. Rox was driving, was on her way home and listening to us. She made it back safely. So I guess we didn't say anything to freak her out. And Leah wants an Akashic Records reading. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. And we're going to do this all together. And, I probably should have done this at the start of the show. I just didn't think I was going to need to read the Akashic. 3 deep breaths, everybody. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Hold it at the top. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll read the opening key. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. I guess I'll open the records for the whole group. And so this group, consisting of the people here now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay, are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. And I'll read that silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy fields of this group to receive the records of their souls. You know, I shouldn't even hesitate. I should just do this at the start of every show. Okay. Leah would like a message from the masters. So Leah, I just want to ask you, you want a message from the masters, or you want me to take a look at a past life? Because that's not real clear if you want an Akashic Records reading, because, you know, I can just give you a message from...
Says that she has a crazy birthday tomorrow.
Moon in Virgo. Oh, well, no.
Full moon 57 years ago tomorrow.
And an eclipse. Well, I guess you're going to have some real interesting year ahead. A message. Oh, sure. Well, happy birthday, and I hope that you don't live through very interesting times.
I think that's all of us at this point.
Yeah, it was just forget it. We're all going to be living through interesting times. So, yeah, happy birthday, Leah. I'm glad you're here with us today. And I'm happy to give you a reading for your birthday. That's always a special time for us, isn't it? Whether we're 4 years old or we're, 64, it's always really special. I'm just getting this flood of warmth towards you, of real unconditional love and acceptance towards you. I'm going to touch my screen and try to send it directly to you. But it's just a beautiful flood of love and light and warmth, and I love reading for other people, man. I get to, vampire suck some of this beautiful energy. Honestly, it's fabulous energy. It's like being just a little bit high. Yeah, I'm not joking. Just that little
cards I already pulled, so
just that little buzz. So Leah, your masters want you to know that your feet are firmly set upon the path to your own true self, and to keep working, keep doing that, keep discovering who you are, keep learning about yourself, keep working. You are fulfilling the turn, you are fulfilling everything that you set out to do in this lifetime. Like that's all on track. So you don't have any like leftovers that you have to work over again. They want to acknowledge your steps to take better care of yourself and to look after yourself and to make sure that your needs and your wants are met. That you value yourself, and you won't let someone like the outside world or individual, whoever, family, whatever, you won't stand for it anymore, to be devalued or dismissed or oh, well, just give in. We want to do it this way. Who cares about what you think? Well, I care about what I think, and I'm just not going to go there with you because I don't want to. And you're becoming much more comfortable with sticking up for yourself. Big step there. I'm nothing but love and joy. There's no warnings. There's no sort of be careful of this. There's none of that. It's just all joy and love and praise and support, um, and acknowledgement of the giant growth that you've made. They're telling me that you've made an immense amount of growth in a very short period of time, and they're happy if you want to take a rest for a while. Oh, isn't that sweet? I suspect that with the world the way it is right now, you won't be able to, but there you are. So yeah, so happy birthday, sweetie. Your soul's architecture is indeed intact. Your soul is uh, your soul is absolutely well. Okay, so let me put it this way: we have lives that leave impressions. So if you spent a lot of lifetimes as a healer, you're going to carry that knowledge with you. You're going to carry those impulses with you. You're going to carry that sort of that urge with you. All right. That's not, your soul's not intact, but it's not damaged. It's grown. It's acquired these skills. It's acquired this knowledge, this wisdom, and you're carrying that with you. So it's not quote unquote intact. You don't want an intact soul because that means you've done nothing. Okay? You've done nothing if your soul is intact. If you've been growing, your soul has grown. If you've been learning, your soul has absorbed that knowledge and has impulses and all the rest of it. Hi, Millie de la Prida. Nice to see you. So you don't want an intact soul. I think what you're trying to get at is if your soul is damaged. No, it's not. Your soul is not at all damaged. Your soul has the marks of its experience, which isn't the same as damage.
Right.
I don't even want to say bruises because that makes it sound like it's painful. But no, if you were a teacher, you've got the teacher things in your soul. Teacher stuff, healer stuff, builder stuff. I know I'm not expressing this adequately, and I apologize for that, but it's the best I can do.
I might help.
Go ahead.
The first card I pulled for Leah was Judgment, and you see here the unicorn has passed through the cave entrance into the magical land, right? This is just a reminder that every birthday is kind of like a phoenix moment where you get to burn off the crap that no longer serves to become more you, right?
Yeah.
It's a birth. Yeah. It's the first day of the rest of your life, right? So it's time to bathe in that rose gold cosmic pool, bathe in cosmic love, soak up the wisdom. Right.
I got chills with that, Jonathan. I love that so much. Oh, Leah, look at you.
And don't forget to delight. Okay. Delight is like, look at this little Pegasus that's a dragonfly, right? Dancing on the fluff of a dandelion, right?
I
Count
love that.
your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always accept the best. Oh, ding. There goes my computer ringing bells. Right? No, but I mean, it's like perfect timing, right? It's
yeah, exactly.
You are exiting this dark night of the soul in a way, and it's time to be rebirthed into who you truly are. And who you are love, you are wisdom given human form. And delight every step along the way.
I love that so much. What deck is that? Is that dandelion unicorn from?
That is from the Oracle of the Unicorns.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get that deck.
Blue Angel.
Yeah, I gotta get that deck. That is just beautiful. I hope that gives you a little bit of joy, Leah. I hope that's a nice little birthday present for you. And happy birthday again. And thank you for asking. Thank you for asking, because that was an awesome, awesome reading. It made me really, really happy to do that. Oh, okay, sorry. Next. Yes, next. I can't just sit here and bask in my.
You need to keep an eye on the time, unfortunately.
I can't just sit here and bask in my euphoria.
Wow, you can always think back to it and still bask.
Yeah. I do that actually. Okay, next is Rox, and I'm just going to check in chat and see who's all, how many more we have, and who's all next. Okay, and then
another half hour, 45 minutes, and I really got going.
You got another half hour? Okay, fine. We've got 4 people. We've got T. Lynn, Miss Sherlock, Nathan, and Rossi. So yeah, we've been doing really well, I think. Because yeah. Okay. Rox, who wants to message of any sort? Well, no, you don't want a message of any sort. You want just a message from the guides.
I want a message from the guides. Yep.
Okay, so now I'm in the records, and I may as well just take advantage of that boost. And Rox, you need more fun in your life. I mean, okay, so the masters aren't supposed to, or they don't give advice, okay? They don't say do this, do that. But what they tell me is more like, this is what humans need to be happy and fulfilled. And so to be joy, humans need a good diet, and there was a master for a number of months who went on and on about diet. So all of you already know what kind of diet the masters think is good for humans. You need joy, and we need more joy than we get. We need to look for, because of the world that we live in and the circumstances of our capitalist society, and we need more joy. All of us do. We need a lot of joy to be able to function spiritually. So Rox, go find ways to have fun. This is your prescription, your homework. Go find ways to have fun. Coloring books, or walking, in a nice park with, nice smells. They're telling me about smells. Any sort of activity that just makes you go, this is fun. I mean, I don't know, a roller coaster ride. That would terrify me, but some people think that's fun. And so, yeah, so go and have more fun. Make a concerted effort, daily effort, to have some fun and to laugh. Watch, stupid cat videos. Those are very entertaining. I waste a lot of time in front of those. And find what brings you joy and do it every single day, and do it for like a long time every day, like 15 minutes at the very least of having fun every day. Like, that's just not even maintenance level. Okay. But yeah, go find something and have fun. Yeah. Oh, did you see Madame Maru's comment? Oh, I love that. I'm going to show that, because that's just gorgeous. Singing and dancing and hugging are the keys to happiness. Well, you know what? I can't argue with that. They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Go along with that. I pulled the Ace of Earth for you, Rox.
Ooh.
If you look, there's sparkles inside the cave, right? Sometimes we feel like we're in this barren wasteland, but in reality, what we're waiting for is that inner work, right? Time to, because Earth, it's time for some self-care, right? It's time, those things that you do that make you happy, it's called self-care. Okay. And in this case, sometimes you have to go inwards really to find that self-care. Don't expect it from the people that you are caring for, because sometimes they don't see it as something that's reciprocal, right? So sometimes you need to put yourself first, like going into the cave to find your ruby, right? Got to find your happiness somewhere, right? Interesting enough, the next card is Enter the Magic. And as you see here, this person is meditating. And an egg being held up by hands, right? Live in the now, seize the moment, right? So again, there's that entering, right? That going within. And once you've figured out what it is that really is going to nurture you, that thing that's really, live in the now, seize the moment kind of activity, then you get miracles, right? Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how, right? So sometimes it's not about how the thing is going to happen. Just know that once you put that out there, your prayers will be answered. You might be surprised how it actually gets answered, but enter the magic, live in the now, okay? And seize the moment, as Wanda seems to be doing.
Yep, she certainly is. I'm trying to get her off of me. Go on, get off. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no problem.
There we go. Okay. Well, that was embarrassing.
Rock says yes. Since meeting Source, all I want is to be back there for real.
Yeah.
Once inside you.
Yeah. Because you're divine. Because we all are.
You don't have to go back there.
Yeah.
You're it with you.
Yeah, it's there. It is who you are.
Just think of this image every time you're not sure. Right? You are the magic.
I love that. That's lovely. Thanks, Jonathan. And thank you, Rox. That was fun. I love scolding people and telling them to go out and play in the puddles. Okay, next. Hi. Your homework is to find a puddle and jump in it.
Right.
Yes, I got to be serious. Okay, next is T. Lynn. Hi, T. Lynn.
I don't need to be serious. Come on.
Yeah, be serious. I can't. I mean, you got me in the records now, and I just am just really happy. I'm just joyful. Like, it just makes me really happy.
Your love pouring through you. Kind of hard not to be.
Yeah, exactly. The next person in the queue is T. Lynn, who wants to know, what's my paternal grandfather's role in my developing mediumship and why? His role. Well, he's kind of like helping you develop it. Why? Because he loves you. I mean, what other reason do you need? It's not like his job. He's taken it on because he loves you, and he wants to see you succeed, and he believes that you're a good medium, and he knows that he can help you in it, and so that's what he's doing. Like, it's just like, oh, you want to build, you want to fix the deck, I'll bring my tools over on Saturday and we'll start working on it. It's the same, it's the same sort of feeling that I get from him. He has the tools, and he wants to help because he loves you. He feels connected because you're his granddaughter, and he wants to help you. He loves you.
And I got a card that goes perfectly with that. 10 of water, which is normally the 10 of cups, right? This is about the family. This is about inheritance. This is about like passing things down from generation to generation, right? So it could be that your paternal grandfather may have been a medium that like looked the other way because it was frowned upon during his
Yeah.
time,
Not
right?
accepted. Yeah.
Not accepted. And he's trying to help you because he sees that you have the same gift that he did, that he pushed away, and he doesn't want you to push it away. He wants you to really embrace it, because once you embrace it, I get refreshing oasis, right? Nurture yourself, gather your strength. So I feel like he's there. He is that oasis for you when you are doing mediumship. Okay. I feel like he's there to be your guide and your guardian when you're channeling others. Okay. He is that oasis that keeps you refreshed. And final card is polarity here, right? Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity, right? Polarity, the dark and the light. So again, this is the polarity thing. I feel like he was the dark male energy that wasn't allowed to pursue this mediumship, whereas you are this lighter, more feminine energy that he's trying to like show that's like this not necessarily a dark thing, even though other people call it a dark thing. You will not be able to shine your light without that darkness. So don't forget, you have that inner oasis anytime you need to escape the pull of polarity. Refresh yourself in that oasis, but realize that you will be called to have two voices, the light and the dark here. Okay. So.
Teelin said something interesting. She didn't know him. And she wasn't close to him. He was musical and once came through with a music box. He played piano, violin, and squeeze box. Teelin, I think he was a channel. I think he channeled his music. I think that music came through him. And once you have that channel open, then you start receiving other messages from spirit as well. It's not just the music that comes through. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a channeler. Just a second. Yeah, he says, he's telling me, okay, so he's telling me I have this elderly gentleman here. Well, elderly, he looks like he's in his 60s, maybe. So he's younger than me. Anyway, yeah, but in my head, I'm like 26, okay? He says that all his life he never knew what that was about. He had no idea what was going on, and he'd get these strange voices in his head, and it scared him. He thought he was crazy. A few times in his life he thought he was crazy, and but he couldn't shut it down. Well, no, because he was playing the music. So yeah, no, he couldn't shut it down. Okay. So he didn't know how to manage it. He didn't know what to do with it. He didn't know. It was just a really scary part of his life, and he doesn't want that to happen to you. So he's very much a protective kind of figure for you. He sees that you have that, and he wants you to use it and develop it and be in control of it and not be afraid. His whole life he was afraid that oh, I'm so sorry for you. Did his name start with an S?
Teelin says, curious. My mom said he removed a stone on their farm that was a burial marker. His mom appeared in their kitchen in another state the night she passed, and he died when Teelin was 10.
Yeah. Yeah, he spent his whole life afraid that people were going to find out about the voices in his head and that he was going to be put into an institution. That was like a big fear for him. So he very much kept it to himself and very much did not speak of it to, like, I don't even think his wife knew, but he just kept on playing his music and did his best to live with it. But it was awful for him, and he doesn't want that to happen to you. He says he crippled himself.
Hmm.
He damaged, not damaged, but he crippled himself. He says he could have had such an easier time of it if he'd known what was going on, if there'd been anybody to guide him and help him. So that's what he wants to do for you, Teelin.
He says, may I ask if he unalived himself?
Oh dear.
When it hit by a train. And
His name was Fred. Okay. Yes and no. He says that even in his last moments, he thought about like getting out of the way, but he decided that he just couldn't. He just couldn't keep on, and so he accepted what happened. It was it was it was it was accidental, but he could have got out, but he didn't.
That's what I just saw on this card I pulled, which is the devil. The horse that's going to be a unicorn. Look, it barely on that post, and the fence is so broken, the path beyond could have easily been there, but
yeah,
stuck, even though he really wasn't.
Yeah, he really was out. Yeah. 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 Yeah, big hugs to you, Teelin. I mean, the man had a hard a hard life that he really wasn't able to share a lot of himself. A big part of himself he was unable to share, and that really hurts. As a person, that really hurts you, you know?
And
So,
he says that you are the oasis for him.
ah,
And, you know,
well,
that's one of the reasons why he's coming through so strongly to you, is because he finally has someone that he can talk to.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the answer to your question is yes and no. It was, from his point of view, it was a fortuitous accident because he says to me, he says, I don't really know how I could have kept on going without, you know, without hurting the people around me, and even more than I already was. And yeah.
Teelin says, thank you. Was an angry, abusive parent. That's why I was hesitant in accepting him. You know what? A lot of times anger is nothing more than a mask for fear.
It's always a mask for fear.
Right.
And he was afraid of being found out. He was afraid that the voices in his head were going to send him to the loony bin. That's what he called it, the loony bin.
Because people would be sending family members there a drop of a hat back then.
Oh, hell yeah, especially if you were female. But I mean, as the head of the family, he probably had a lot more leeway. Being male and the head of a family, he probably had a lot more leeway, but that was a big, big fear for him. And it took over a big part of his personality, that fear of being found out to be crazy. Okay. Because he heard dead people talking to him all the freaking time. And not just dead people, but like angels and random guides, well, and his own guides. And yeah, Yeah, he didn't want to hurt people anymore because he was hurting so much himself, and he just decided not to take the exit that was off. So like not to get out or get away. There was some way that he was aware at the moment, I could get out of here by doing this. And he chose not to. So yeah. So I hope that helps, T-Lin. I hope that sets your mind, your heart at rest somewhat, because I understand why you would be conflicted about accepting him, but he honestly has only the best intentions for you. He honestly, yeah, he honestly has
to save you from the pain he felt.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's a genuine love for you, by the way. It's a genuine, deeply felt love for you. Next, Miss Sherlock. Hi there, Miss Sherlock. Ask my guide, Ike. I'm going to talk to the Akashic Records masters. If I was a soldier in many lifetimes. Okay. All right. Is there, if there's any more information you want to add, Miss Sherlock, you go right ahead and add it in the chat. And I'm just going to dip into the records here. And yeah, I see a lifetime like hot desert, Middle East, I'm guessing. Not Africa, because I'm looking around at the people. Yeah, they're not African. They look Arab, Middle Eastern. I can't remember the correct term.
Bedouin.
Yeah, something like that. But predating the Egyptian. So we're talking Iron Age here, or maybe even, I don't know, Bronze Age, Iron Age, one of those, like long time ago, robes and sandals, donkeys, two-wheeled carts, and here's an army marching, and you're part of that army. And holy, yeah. I see you in the Roman army. I see you in a Greek army. I see, yeah, you have a real thing for being a soldier. Yeah, lots of 8, 10, 12 lifetimes as a soldier, in all different places and all kinds of different
Ms. Sherlock has a specific question. Why do I have such strong analytical and strategic skills?
Oh, well, because you got to the point where you were such a good soldier that they put you into like leadership positions, and you had to analyze strategies and battle tactics and all the rest of it and say, okay, we're going to, I want the right flank to cut around that hill and attack them from behind. And then we're going to do this. And by that time, the sun will be, oh man, you were so good. By that time, the sun will be at this degree in the sky. It'll be in their eyes. And then we can do this. Yeah. Okay. Really intricate. And well, to me anyway, looking at it from, yeah, because you learned those skills the hard way by leading soldiers and planning battles and doing all that kind of stuff. Logistics, that's something else. And why were you a soldier? Well, I don't know. That was your choice. Like that was the path that you chose. And being a soldier doesn't mean you have a hard heart. Okay. Like that's not a mutually exclusive kind of a thing. You're maybe looking at it like a soldier is all the way through mean and cruel and is fighting in order to allow that meanness and cruelty expression. in order to be allowed to express that meanness and cruelty, but I don't think that's necessarily true. There's a lot of people in the armed forces who are, right now, I mean, who are there to defend their country, or who are there because, you know, that's the best job they can get with the level of education they have. There's all kinds of reasons for being a soldier, and they don't have anything to do with whether you are necessarily anything to do with whether you are an empathetic person or not. You know. Yeah. Thank you, Diane. I hate cruelty to protect the innocent. War isn't cruel. War isn't cruel. War is just killing each other. It's cruel to the peasants who are starving after the battle all over their fields has crushed their harvests and killed their animals. But yeah, it's the soldiers, you know, it's like you die, and you might suffer before you die because, you know, infection, but you go into battle and you have a whatever, you know, 64 chance of living or dying, like, you know. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good comment, Diane. I like that. Archangel Michael is a strategist, and he has a soft heart too. Choosing one doesn't mean you can't choose the other as well. Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, who do we call when we need cords cut or when we need protection? Archangel Michael with the great flaming sword. Now, what more archetypal warrior image do you want than a flaming sword held by this giant, you know, glowing angel? Like, that's about as, you know. So was it to protect the innocent? No, it was for more land and more land and more gold and more food.
Right.
As always, that's what war is about. It hardly ever is about protecting innocent people.
It's about resources. It's about resources.
Yeah. Yeah. In recent times, it certainly is about resources. In prehistoric times, like the times that we're talking about when she started this, I don't have any idea. The people who protect the innocent are usually pretty innocent themselves. They don't usually have arms. Like, they just stand there and link themselves together and go, no, you're not going to. I mean, Tiananmen Square, 68? You know, that guy with the flower and that he put in the muzzle of the cannon? Does anybody remember that image? Am I just speaking into the wind here? But was my motive bad? It doesn't matter what your motive was. Okay. Like, okay.
Can I?
For my, huh?
Can I?
Yeah. Jump in. Yeah. Jump in.
The first card I pulled for you, Ms. Sherlock, was Judgment, which is also known as the Rebirth card. And what came with it? Rebirth, right? So what is the Rebirth card? Reinvent yourself, give life your dreams, create a new reality. So the reason why you're so soft-hearted in this life is because you've had the lives where you had to deal with the hard things, and you're done with it. You're ready to move on. You're ready to rebirth yourself, reinvent yourself in a way where you're not a soldier anymore, right? And what is the middle card here? Manifest your dreams, okay? Focus on your vision. Seek satisfaction and contentment, okay? You've been the warrior. You don't need to do that anymore. That's what this is all about, right? It's like you're being reborn. It's a rebirth. Yeah. So yes, we all have many past lives where things that we did might not necessarily be a good thing, but we have lots of past lives where we did lots of good things too. That's those lives. Let's live this life. Okay.
Yeah. my Akashic Records masters discourage me. Like I would love to do nothing more than spend my days just going through my Akashic Records, because it's a lot of fun, and it's really interesting. And 1989. I thought it was 1969. Thank you, Rossi. Tiananmen Square was in 1989. So but they tell me that that's not a good idea, because I have a life now, and that's the life that I need to focus on. That the lessons that I learned in the previous lifetime I have with me. They're with me now. They're available to me they're available to me now. I don't need to go back to that lifetime and look at it to read it. And some of the stuff is upsetting, and they don't want me to focus on it. You know, I don't know. I hesitate to apply that to anybody else. This is just what I have been told. We go on to a new life. We're reborn. Yeah. Be here now. Be here now.
Manifesting your dreams. That's
Yeah.
what this life is for. Okay.
Yeah.
Find your bliss, follow it, share it. That's really what we're all asked to do.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us could go deep diving into all these different past lives we've had. And I mean, you can get stuff out of it. You can get some lessons out of it and stuff, but it's not the same as getting lessons in this life.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, you have those lessons. You've learned those lessons. Now's the time to apply those to what you're learning now, to build on that and to apply it to what you're learning now. So yeah, you were a soldier lots and lots of times, and now you've decided to do something else. You've decided that it's a new life and you want to do something different. You're done with soldiering. You've taken what you could from soldiering. You've accomplished what you could with soldiering, and now let's do this. I don't know, teacher healer. I'm getting teacher healer. I don't know what you're doing now, Miss Sherlock. I'm feeling teacher healer. So
see, with the flower and the rainbow and everything, both of these are all about rebirth. Is give life to your dreams, and this one is specifically manifest your dreams. So if you're so focused on the past, you're not giving life to your dreams in this life.
So go with now. Go with being here now. Go with okay, I have this wealth of experience in analysis and strategy, and I get logistics as well, and I can apply it now to what I am trying to create now, what I'm trying to manifest now. Look at all this stuff that I'm really good at and put it into now. So yeah. Wow, that was fun. Okay. I hope that
Sherlock. Yeah.
Thanks for the question, Ms. Sherlock. I hope that helps.
And I think that was really a question for all of us, because we all have these past lives that dwell in our brains.
Yeah. And don't focus on that too much. I mean, for me, it's fun from a historical perspective, but and also because like it's like being in a movie and watching a movie, but you're in it. So that's always interesting, unless you die, but not so much fun. Next is Nathan. Hi, Nathan. Can I please have insight and guidance to best gathering spiritual wisdom? Well, live life. Sorry, I shouldn't shoot from the hip like that. But yeah, engage yourself in your life. Just, go out there and live. Hang on. Love is okay. So here's big chills. Here's the message direct from the Akashic Records Masters. Love is truly the only wisdom. That's it. That's all they've got to say.
That's all they need to say. Well, I'm going to go backwards again because partnership just matches up with that love thing way too well, right?
Oh, look, they've got little stars on their horns. Oh my God, I'm in love with that image. Oh.
Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team, right? Both physical and non-physical is what I'm guessing. Hi. I got a bunch of repeats. Refreshing oasis, right?
Oh, yes.
For yourself, gather your strength, right? So those partnerships, those partnerships should be a refreshing oasis, right? Love should be an oasis where you just feel refreshed, renewed.
Yes.
Right? And sometimes, I got the Hierophant here. Look, he's this poor little horse that wants to be a unicorn has to enter this dark cave, right? But if you look on the wall of the cave, there's the keys, right? And there's all the imagery. So sometimes in order to find your answer, you have to go into the dark, even though you're not sure what that is. And I've got a little cat trying to climb my back. What are you doing? Here's my little blind kitty. All right. So this is just a reminder that in order to find your answers, sometimes you have to go into the cave you're scared of.
Yeah.
That phrase, there's a phrase that in order to find your treasure, you must enter the inner cave or something like that. So sometimes, finding those partnerships really feels like a trip into the darkness. And it's just realizing that that's the only way forward sometimes is through the darkness. You have to get through the dark in order to get to the light. So
I love that. That's perfect, Jonathan. That's just an absolutely wonderful image of, I guess, shadow work. Go into the cave to find the keys, to find the jewel, to find the sparkles. Hi, here's Heather, Indigo Jaguar. Hi there, Heather. Welcome. Questions are closed. I'll just tell you right now, we're at like 90 minutes. Questions were closed a long time ago. Rossi said
questions were closed 85 minutes ago.
Yeah. Rossi said she heard the Captain and Tennille song, Love Will Keep Us Together. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that was helpful, Nathan.
He says, this has been really helpful. I love your readings.
Good. Oh, good. Because I know it's sort of like one of those, those Zen things, love is the only wisdom. Like, what's the sound of one hand clapping? Like, what a useless thing to tell somebody in Western culture, right? Because nobody here is going to get it, but love is the only wisdom. I mean,
hi, Gerald.
That hit me. Oh, Gerald's here too. Hi, Gerald. It's a party now. Oh, okay. So next is, hang on just a second. Gerald and I are going to be reading with Ramon on Friday night at 9:00 Eastern, 6:00 Pacific. It's another moon alchemy show for the full moon eclipse. That should be some dynamic readings, I'll tell you. I love reading with those two. Well, I love reading with you too. You guys are just so much fun to read with, honestly.
Thank you.
The best part of, like, okay, so here's a secret. My favorite people to read with is when I say something or they say something, and then your partner, either one of the group, pulls a card that echoes it or amplifies it or shows a different aspect of it. Like, to me, that's the confirmation that you're really in the zone, man. You're in the realm, and the messages are accurate and authentic. And yeah.
Oh, thank you, Heather.
Yeah, it is a good color for you, by the way. Very Aquarian. Okay, next we have Rossi. Rossi wants to know, am I supposed to work with the elementals, I think, that contacted me? Well, I gotta ask you, like, that actually might be a better question for the practice group. But here we go. Why did they contact you? And why would you not work with them? And what did they say when they contacted you? Like, are they just sort of hanging around? I have a dragon that sits on my feet and keeps me warm like a cat, but then sometimes it gets really big. Um, and um, and it's just like a support, emotional support dragon. You know, uh, he hasn't asked me to work with him, to do anything with him other than just be there and let him be there. And so that's all I'm doing. But it was a quick vision, she says. Okay. I don't know what, let me just check. You go if you're ready, okay, Jonathan?
Well, the first card I pull for you, Rossi, is the Wheel of Fortune. There's a very different Wheel of Fortune here because you see schoolgirl is trying to feed the horse an apple and the school bus is waiting. So what's going to happen? Is she going to be so caught up in feeding the horse that she misses her bus? Or she's going to notice the bus and forget to feed the horse because she's running to go get the bus, right? So it's really, I feel like any path is the right path for you right now. So if you choose to work with those elements, just remember that is part of possibility, right? Raise your standards, elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. So, and also the Wheel of Fortune is often, like, if you think of the traditional one, it's got the 4 elements in the corners. So, of course, all the elements are asking you to help. And the real question is, are you opening your heart? Right? Love yourself, dare to be vulnerable. Okay. Once you open your heart to whatever messages that, or whatever possibility that these elements are bringing you, then your fortunes change, right? And the wheel turns, and maybe the next element is now ready to work with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got nothing to add to that. I think Jonathan is 100% correct. Everything that I'm feeling, everything that I'm perceiving is supporting that. Um, go with it. I mean, they've introduced themselves to you for a reason. I would accept that that's part of my path, that I that's where I'm going next, like developing relationships with them. What would be what well, I hesitate to say what could go wrong.
Yeah.
But I know. But you know what I mean. I mean, you're an experienced light worker, Rossi. Like, you're not new to this, and you know how to protect yourself, and you know how to manage your own energies, and you know how to manage yourself. I think that if you take the usual kinds of reasonable precautions, I don't see why this couldn't be a really, really good experience for you, a really good learning experience for you, and new friends.
Right.
Yeah, what could be wrong with that? Oh,
Angie is right. The next step is to get to know them.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, that would be so much fun. Yeah, Heather, Wanda's been climbing up and down on me all afternoon. Yeah, elementals definitely do want to work with us. They're very lively these days. Um, and
And
she's
Rossi says she recently had 2 dragons. Well, sometimes the elements show up as dragons. So
yeah. Yeah, and sometimes they're just little sort of like
offs of the element.
yeah, they're just little blobs of elemental energy and just sort of flit around. So, yeah. I mean, go for it. Sure, if you want to, go for it. I hope that helps, Rossi. What did I just do?
Oh,
No, that wasn't me. Sorry, that was my internet connection.
Oh,
For a change, that wasn't me screwing up. Okay, next we have. Oh, hang on. Let me take that away. And the budgies are having a marital discussion. The queue is empty. That was the last question. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, you were last, Rossi.
I was gonna say I need to go soon.
Okay, yeah. No, you need to go. And
you want to do a quick collective for anyone?
Yes, absolutely. A quick reading for the collective. I'm going to pull from the mystical moments.
Oh, interesting.
Wanda, I can't shuffle with you trying to hold you on my shoulder.
First one I pull is the Ace of Fire. So the unicorn is looking at this painting of a dragon. Speaking of dragons, we were just talking about dragons, under attack. And the dragon is using the energy of fire to keep the arrows away, right? And to protect that temple background. So we need to find our inner passions and then protect them from the slings of people bad-mouthing stuff that we like because they don't understand it. Let them, right? Put that bubble around us that protects us and the thing that we are really passionate about, right?
Yeah.
And just know that if we come to things with pure intention, we can find clarity. And the most important thing is surrender the ego, right? It's not about like, oh, I'm doing this thing, so I'm so much better. It's just you're doing the thing to better yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
And then help each other to celebrate, right? A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy achievements, right? So, but unless we have that inner protection for those things that we're passionate about, we won't get to the point of celebration, right? We just need to have that pure intention, protect our passions, and then help uplift each other into those moments of celebration. Right.
I love that, Jonathan. And guess what? Look what I got. Look what I got, Mom. Actually, the first card that I picked was listen. Look at this gorgeous creature who's part of the earth, who's under the earth, listening to the song of the roots around her, totally in touch with her environment, completely surrounded by life and the universe and everything, listening to everything that's going on. There, that's better. Less glare. I have a hard time managing lighting, which leads to, speaking of glare and lighting, illumination. Look at that.
I love that.
So there you are. There you are.
Mm-hmm.
Be where you are. Listen to the world around you that will lead you to illumination. I love that. That is so cool. That is like, talk about your congruence. That's absolutely.
I love how often our messages just go hand in hand.
Oh, always. I love that. That is so rewarding and fulfilling, and it just makes me so happy. It's just like a really deep happiness. So, hey, Jonathan, I know you have to leave soon, and we're done with the questions. Tell me what you're going to be doing. Are you going to be on anybody's shows? Are you doing anything?
Not for the next couple weeks because I am off to explore New Zealand.
You are? That's so exciting. You're going to be posting about it, aren't you? I hope.
And I can post some pictures. I definitely want to post a picture of myself in Hobbiton.
Well, you got to do like a whole walking tour of, yeah, please, could you do a walking tour of Hobbiton and just say, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This is so good. Please. Oh, I would watch the hell out of that. Oh.
Yes, I'm off to Middle Earth.
Yeah. Oh, that would.
So I'm not even paying any attention to what happens after those 2 weeks because I'm just.
I don't blame you.
Less than 24 hours, I'll be in the air. So.
Really?
Yeah.
You're leaving tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so jealous. Oh, well, good. I hope you have a ton of fun, and I hope you share it with us because, yeah, that would be so much fun to see. Great. Well, you'll have to come back and tell us about it.
Yeah, definitely.
And
definitely.
What am I doing? I need my brains to tell you. Tomorrow is the Moon Alchemy show with Ramon and Gerald. I haven't posted it yet because I've been slack. But I'll be simulcasting that on my channel. And on Monday at 2:00 Pacific and 5:00 Eastern. And those of you where the times don't change, like, pay attention because this is all daylight savings time, okay?
Yeah, that's nice.
I'll be hosting Gerald and Diana Bowles on another episode of self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance. Tuesday, Akashic Adventures. It's our first anniversary, like for real. Our first show was on the 19th a year ago, and we've got Valerie Dragonfly Crystals showing, coming to the show for a special thing for us. we're doing a special, an anniversary special. There's going to be giveaways. We're going to we're going to be giving away Akashic Records readings. And
yes, yeah, we'll go jump in a puddle just for you.
That's right. Go jump in a puddle, you guys. Have a wonderful week. This is Thursday. I hope you have a great weekend, and see you tomorrow night for the Moon Alchemy show. Thank you, Jonathan. It's wonderful reading with you. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, thanks for having me again. I love being here.
All the time. All the time. Anytime you want. Okay. See you guys. Love you all so much. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.